Welcome back to the Beast Speak blog. This is a series where I tell you what the Beast has been saying to me and how I overcame it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Beast is your addictive voice, the AV and AVRT of rational recovery. If you can recognize that beast, then you can separate yourself from your urges, and that can result in immediate and lifelong abstinence. If you want to learn more about rational recovery or how to do AVRT, I'll link Virginia's story in the description box below. You can check that out. It's a good place to get started. So hi guys, here's the special Groundhog Day edition I promised you. I was excited to see on my YouTube analytics page that I have some viewers from all over the world. Egypt, Australia, India, New Zealand. So I have to explain to some of you what Groundhog Day is here in America. On February 2nd, in the state of Pennsylvania, or really the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, there's a special little groundhog we watch come out of his cubbyhole. If he sees his shadow, it predicts 6 more weeks of winter, and if he doesn't, we'll have an early spring. It's just a silly, sweet little holiday that's just something fun, but in the early 90s, Bill Murray made a movie called Groundhog Day, where he's a weatherman who keeps reliving the same day, Groundhog Day, over and over again. I'll leave a link to a YouTube playlist. You can see the movie for free. You just have to put up with some commercials. But the movie asks the question, what would you do if you were stuck in one place and nothing you did mattered? What if there was no tomorrow? Phil and some of the locals concluded that if there was no tomorrow, we could do anything we wanted to, no consequences. He used the opportunity to be selfish. What I mean by that is he chooses to gratify himself and despite the cost to greater things. When you think of the word selfishness, it brings up images that aren't really congruent with what I'm trying to describe here. The term selfishness denotes putting yourself first, but really, when you act like this, you're not really putting yourself first. You're wasting yourself. You're putting pleasure first. Just like Jack Trimpey said, he betrayed his family to suck pleasure from a bottle. Selfishness is not the right word. Putting pleasure above everything else is called hedonism. So when you're being hedonistic, it's not the same as selfishness because there's a self-destructive element to it. You're burning yourself up. You're using up your body to get a feeling. The picture on the screen there is a scene where Phil, the weatherman, is trying to talk to his producer, Rita, and she brings up, he's hoarding all the donuts and the pastries there. Rita recites a poem from Sir Walter Scott. It goes, "The wretch, concentered all in self, in living shall forfeit fair renown, and doubly dying shall go down to the vile dust from whence he sprung, unwept, unhonored, and unsung." I thought that was a really good poem to image what he was doing there. I'm sorry, I lost my place. I just need a minute. Okay, so what we really need are real things. We don't need the hedonistic consumption like Phil was engaging in. But not everything real feels good, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have value. I was once having a conversation with a lady I had worked with for a few years, and I was expecting my first child, and I asked her if she had any kids. It brought up a lot of sadness for her when she said she had never had kids. She was an older woman by then. I was sorry I had asked her because it brought up so much pain for her, so I said, "I'm sorry." But really, instead of apologizing, I should have said, "Thank you. Thank you for sharing with me." What she shared with me was genuine, real, and valuable. I should not have let our interaction make our relationship awkward. I should have let it draw us closer together. We're so worried about making people feel uncomfortable. It's a misguided priority. We should be reaching out and drawing closer. Connection is so valuable. And that's how Bill Murray's character gets free. He puts aside empty hedonistic pursuits and starts gathering real things. So don't put pleasure first, and be wary of any pleasure you can get from consuming. Ned Ryerson is the insurance salesman who meets him on the street and offers to sell him single premium life. I think that was done intentional by the screenwriters. We have one a single, premium, precious life. What are we going to use it for? And I hope you guys will check out that movie. It's my favorite movie, like I said. I watch it once a year on Groundhog Day at least, sometimes 2-3 times a year. All right, that's all I had for you guys today. I wanted to ask you guys if you could do one thing for me, though. I want you to comment and share with me where you're watching from, because I get really excited to see that I have people from all over the world. Rational Recovery deserves to make the rounds. It deserves some notoriety because it's such an effective technique. I may have to send my computer out for repairs, so it might take a little longer for my next video, but I have 2 in the works, so I'll be back, so don't worry about that. It just might take a few days before I can upload again. I've got a new catchphrase at the end that I wanted to start saying. Instead of ferreting out the beast, I want you to rule yourself and defeat the beast. I like that. I thought that was pretty cool catchphrase to end the program on. So we'll see you next time, guys. Keep ferreting out that beast. Bye-bye.